welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole and I am a mum of 2 children, Penelope and Henry. I'm a wife and a mummy to 2 doggies as well, and I like to post all things related to our family over here on my channel, including as well fashion, hair, beauty, decor, cleaning, all kinds of things like that. But in today's video I thought I would finally get round to sharing with you Penelope's room tour. So Penelope is 5 years old and she loves all things girly and pink and princessy and all sorts, just like her mum. So we took a while to decide what we was going to do in her bedroom. She initially wanted a castle bed because her friend had like a princess castle bed, and who doesn't want a princess castle bed? But we got it priced up and it was coming in around the £800 to £1,000 mark, and I was like, there is no way I'm paying that much money for a child's bed that she's going to have for a couple of years. No way, it's just ridiculous. We was back to the drawing board, and I've been saving ideas on Pinterest and Instagram for about 1.5 years now to decide on what we were going to do in here, because she was in her nursery room and then we moved her into this was the playroom. We just moved her in. It was painted white, so it didn't really need anything doing to it urgently, but it wasn't like really refreshed and what have you. So now we've done it all really nice for her. She's had some input. I asked her some of the things that she wanted and she's made the choice on some of the things, and then a lot of the things that I've obviously decided on. So let's get on with the video and I will show you around her room and why we made some of the decisions, and then I will also show you her beautiful bed and talk you through how we made it. I did film us making it, but my memory card wiped and I was so upset about that, but it is what it is. I will just talk you through the process, and there are also some pictures on my Instagram, on my home account, which is at the McShane Home, with some step-by-step guides on how we made the bed. So first off, this beautiful flower wall, I got inspiration off another Instagrammer who had done this in a nursery, and I thought it looked so pretty, and it was one of the things I'd saved on my mood boards, and I showed Penelope and she absolutely loved it. We had to get 2 of the green hanging flowers and then 2 packs of the pink peonies that are dangling down, and I got these from eBay. Any of the items that I can find online and what have you, I will list below. Some of them will be affiliate links, but don't worry, you don't get any extra charge for affiliate links. I had peonies in my wedding flowers, so I thought it was really nice to have the peonies in here. It really just like brought like what I like to life, and Penelope picked them as well, so it was really nice that it was kind of on the same wavelength with these, and I just think they are so pretty, and I just love how they fall coming down from the top, and they're just so pretty. You can't really tell that they're wall decals unless you go up close. The light is sort of shining from the camera so you can kind of see, but they just look so nice. I was tempted to go all the way across the wall, but I thought that maybe that might be a bit too much because it is quite a large wall on that side. We and ahed and debated about doing the coving because Kieran was really insistent that coving was old-fashioned, but I really loved the idea of having the coving in pink. So all the walls are painted white. We used Valspar V700 in the premium because we got recommended this. I'd initially looked at getting a Farrow and Ball colour in all white, so Valspar actually colour match, and it's so hard to get a white that is the perfect shade of white with no undertones that are lingering in there. That shade was just lovely and it fits perfectly with what I wanted. And then we also got the wood paint from Valspar in the V700 as well, and that is in Fairy Tutu, and I think it just ties in so perfectly and it acts as like a nice border around the walls. This toy box that is here, where we've done the flowers raining down onto the toy box, we actually bought this toy box from Argos nearly 5 years ago now, and bought the name off eBay, and we just stuck it on there ourselves, and Penelope's had that for a really long time. The cushion was one that I bought when we moved in the house like 9 years ago. It was in the spare bedroom and it was from Dunelm, so they obviously probably won't have anything like this now, but it has got like Paris on there and the Eiffel Tower, and Penelope is obsessed with the Eiffel Tower just like her mummy, so I thought it'd be perfect to put it on there. Now I absolutely love wisteria hanging down, and this was initially for on top of the cupboard, but we ran into a technical hitch that every time you open the cupboard it would fall off, which I didn't foresee happening stupidly. So it is now on here, and I actually think it looks really pretty. It looks like a really nice backdrop for photos, and it just really ties in nice with the flower wall and breaks up this little bit of space here as well. Then moving over here, we have added doors to Penelope's wardrobe that she originally had. These are the Pax wardrobes from Ikea. These are brilliant. I love a Pax wardrobe system. We've got them throughout the house, and they have such different ways that you can style them up. Initially, I had done Penelope's wardrobe as like an open style closet, because I thought that style was really nice. So we had like the nice wooden hangers all matching, and then we had the glass bit and the glass drawer, but it just became too messy. She was always putting so much stuff on there and just dumping toys. It was just looking so messy. So the doors were a better idea, and I have then added some of these command hooks on here for her bags. She has one here for like her school bag and a PE kit on there. And then down below here, we had to raise the drawers a little bit to add the doors on because of the hinges. So it's a good place to have some extra storage for like empty shoe boxes for some of the nicer shoes that she has, and then like her dance bag and things like that. There are a number of different style doors that you can get for the Pax range. We went with the paneling doors. I really liked that look, and I thought it was really nice and tied in really well with the room. And I've just put a basket up there for any like back stock that she may have, any clothes that she needs to grow into or anything like that can sit up there. I would have ideally liked two. I've just not got round to go and buying some, and this was just one I had lying around. We will be replacing Penelope's door. We're currently having the hallway decorated, and when that's done, the door will be the cottage style doors. But over here on this side of the room is where she has her Kallax unit. We have an 8 Kallax here, her Princess Castle, and her TV. Now this TV was the old one from the living room. It doesn't work perfectly, and the only thing that she has access to is a DVD player. She doesn't have access to any programs or anything like that, because I really didn't want her to have a TV in here, but it did seem such a waste of a television. So the wires go down into here and attach to the PlayStation that she can watch DVDs on. And they're in another room that she has to come to us to put them on. The only thing we need to get done in here is I want to get some of the plastic trunking to cover those wires, because ideally, I mean, this is just a me problem, but I would have liked to have had them plumbed into the wall, because I hate wires on show. It is like a bugbear of mine, but it's going to be too messy and costly to get that done, so the plastic trunking will just have to do. It's only a children's bedroom after all, and it is probably more of an issue that I have looking at them than anybody else. So that's the only thing left to get, is the trunking for these. And I added some of the peony flowers around here just to break up this wall and tie it in with the wall over here to just bring it around. The Kallax units are like my favourite storage solution hack ever in the world history of storage solutions ever. I just love them. We have them in so many rooms in our house. They're just fantastic. Now, originally we had all of the 8 with these boxes here, which are donor boxes. We had them in pink and grey, and they're all right. They're very standard and they do look nice, but I wanted something a little bit different for Penelope's room now. So I bought the wicker baskets here, and initially there was different wicker baskets I wanted, but they were out of stock, and I really liked these ones. I thought they were pretty. The only thing with these is they are a bit smaller than the donor boxes, which are these ones. But they do look really nice, and I thought it was just a little bit different, and it gave into like the rustic feel that the flowers gave, and I felt like it tied it in a little bit better. And then because we were having the PlayStation in the unit, I got the cupboard ones as well. So these are also Ikea units that are made specifically for the Kallax, and you just put the inserts with the doors on the front, and they just tie in really, really nicely. And I thought it was just a little bit more of a grown-up unit. There's so many different ways you can style a Kallax. If you look on Pinterest or anywhere like that, you can get so many different ideas. I was as well thinking of putting some legs on there, but then I just thought you're going to end up with toys and stuff underneath it, so maybe not in a kid's bedroom, but it could be nice in like a living room if you wanted it as a TV unit. It would look really lovely with some legs under there. And then moving on top, we've not really put much on the top of this. I don't want it covered in stuff. She used to have like all her LOLs on there, but they are now hidden. So we've just put some of her unicorn items on there, little unicorn and some pictures. We just need a picture for this one. This is Penelope with my two goddaughters, who you've probably seen on my channel a lot because we spend a lot of time with them. This is a lamp that I got from Next when Penelope was a tiny baby. She had it in a nursery and then it came in here. It's probably all battered and bruised, but it fit in nicely with the flowers, and she really loves this light. She has this on at night time and she always has done since she was a baby. So then she has her bell castle over here in the corner and it fit perfectly. And then this basket here, she stores all of her soft princesses from the Disney shop, so she collects them, and they were kind of just getting everywhere. And this basket's from Ikea and it had a nice pink painted band on there already, so I thought it'd be a really nice way to store all of her soft princesses that she loves so much. And then these shelves were again from Next, and we have had these since her nursery, but I thought there was no point getting new shelves. I was going to get some like rustic wooden looking ones, but I did think maybe it would be a waste of money considering these shelves had nothing wrong with them and they still look really pretty, and the white and the pink still ties in. This is an old money box of mine that I had when I was younger, so I've given that to Penelope, and her jewellery box she got for Christmas, and then this is just a money box that she got for her christening, and this is a picture that I got off of Instagram. It's basically just her date of birth and her name, and the snow globe up there was one that she got for her christening, and it's just got a little candle up there for decor, and I just think it looks really pretty up there, nothing too cluttering, just really nice. We got Penelope's blinds from Blinds to Go. There was a bit of a delay on the delivery of these blinds because we ordered them during the pandemic and there was a massive delay, but they arrived finally and they are really nice. We got the wooden tapes ones. If you've seen my living room tour, you will see that I've got them down there, but with the tapes in grey. The tapes in here are in white and they just fit in really, really nicely. We also painted her windowsill in the same pink just to add a little bit more colour in the room because I didn't want it too washed out with the white. And now the pinnacle moment, Penelope's beautiful house bed that me and Kieran made. I'm so proud of this. I saw this on Instagram. Well, I actually saw it on Pinterest first, and it was someone on Instagram who had made this bed. And Kieran said, that looks really easy, we could give that a go. And I honestly thought in my head that this is going to be a disaster, but it has turned out so much better than I thought. Personally, I love it more than the one I saw on Pinterest because we've added some pink and just tied it in with our room, and I think it looks perfect. I just love it so, so much. So let me show you all of the bed. So as we walk in the room, this is what we are met with. The bed is originally an Ikea Kura bed, which you can have either on the floor or have it as a higher kind of bunk bed with storage underneath. We then used tongue and groove from B&Q. I think it was in the size 1800 at a guess, which took it perfectly to this level up here. And then we just decided where we wanted the door. So the only pieces we had to cut were the ones around like these bits here. And a lot of these were like offcuts from other pieces. So we didn't actually need a lot of tongue and groove. We did go all the way around the back, but it was so easy because all you did was just slot it in and then screw every other one. It just went in perfectly. We were really happy with that. Then we used like an inch trim around here and around the windows just to cover the edging that was a little bit rough from them cuts, and we painted that in the pink. And then these flower boxes, which I get so many questions about, are actually again offcuts of the tongue and groove, but because they were so thin we couldn't screw them together to make the flower boxes, so we had to use No More Nails to glue them together and leave them to set. And then I will just show you underneath. So this is a little bit messy under here, and we wanted to use L brackets to attach them to the wall, but obviously they was too thin to screw them, so we've had to screw these to the bed and then we've had to no more nails them on top of the L brackets just to get that to sit on top there. Flowers were again a mixture of peonies and roses, like my wedding flowers, and my wedding flowers were all like this colour, and these were from Home Bargains. We just got a few bouquets of those and separated them. I really love how that turned out. And the roof was MDF from B&Q. They cut it to size for us, and again I just painted it in the pink colour, and then the white we used was just the white from the wall. So we didn't spend anything extra on paint for this, we just used the paint that we used on the walls. The bed was around £130 from Ikea, then we had to buy a mattress separately, and then the wood I think was like £4 a pack, something like that, so it wasn't too much. It cost us around £200 altogether to make the bed, which is a lot cheaper than £800. But I'm really, really happy with it. When you come in, come round here to these steps, which is also an Ikea unit, which is a Trofast unit, and then come up here to the bed. And a lot of people ask me how you make the bed. It is really easy to do, just tuck it in the sides, but Penelope's really good and she makes her own bed. So she has done this today. So the bedding is from Ikea. The duvet I think was just from Asda. We just popped to Asda because we forgot that we didn't actually have a duvet cover when we moved her in here. But we had an actual duvet, but we had the duvet cover from Ikea because it said it was a toddler one, so I actually bought it for when she had a toddler bed, but it wasn't. It was just a single bed. And then the pink cushions she's had for a while, we could probably do with replacing those. Those are from Ikea. And the pea cushion is actually from wish.com. I saw it come up on like an advert on Instagram and I never ordered off there. It took forever to arrive, so I'm glad I ordered it months before we did the room. But I feel like it fits in perfectly with the flowers, but it's not the best quality, but it cost me like £3, so I'm really not that bothered. The swan is from a shop on Instagram called Mini Snugs, but I'm not sure if they're still going or not, but she did beautiful like animal cushions. I thought they were really pretty, so I've just left that up there for now. We left some gaps here. This is where the original ladders are, so we left the gap there. So there was a little bit of air vent, and we left the gap here so there's a bit of air to flow through, and then on this other side as well. And the owl that is dangling down was just Penelope's from when she was a tiny baby, so she's had it for like over 5 years now, and it's just plays a lullaby and she loves it. So I thought it was really cute because the theme of the room is kind of like a house with a garden and the flowers, so the owl fits in nicely, that it's like part of the garden in such a way. I love to theme things. That seemed to fit really perfectly. So as you can see here, this is where the bed ends, the original bed. So Kieran was really wanting to make sure that it was secure, so what he did, he built this frame on top. So he's built up here and then across down the side and down and then across, as you can see, and then that's where the tongue and groove has been nailed in there. So it is all fully secure, so she's not just going to topple out of there. We were originally going to box this side in, but one thing we found before we bought the bed, we knew we were going to be a little shy of space on this side for the boxes, because this Trofast unit is actually storage boxes and they don't open fully 100% out, so we thought we would have it where they would open inwards, so that's why we left that open there. One of the key things about Penelope's bed is the fact that it has the storage. I wanted to have a bed that had lots of storage on it because kids have a lot of stuff. So because it's an Ikea bed, it has the Kallax unit underneath, which fits perfectly. You could even fit one of the 8 ones across the back as well if you wanted to, but she has her 4 one under here with the Drona boxes. We just moved the pink ones into here. I don't actually think Ikea sell pink ones anymore, which is such a shame because they are a really nice shade of pink, but she just has like her dolls and her Barbies in here. and she keeps like a doll's cot and her little doggy here that lives under the bed. And then she has all of her LOLs hiding under this side, which is so nice that she just has a place that they can hide. And like, you can see them when you come in, but it's not all over the room and it looks contained. And again, with the Trofast storage here, I've just added some labels, but we have like all the jigsaws and things like that in here. I put a label on the top there for probably adults looking in, and then the label here for Penelope to read. And then she has like games and stuff like that in there, all different things. And she has her little Enchantimals house hidden down the side here because there was just enough room for that. The bed didn't actually take that long itself to build. Like, the bed from Ikea was really simple to put up, and the tongue and groove was really easy to slot in. It was probably more just the figuring out what we needed to do with the frame and stuff like that. But then once we realised how measuring it all up, it took no time at all really. It took a couple of hours. The painting was probably the longest because obviously you've got to paint, let it dry, paint, let it dry. I had to do 2 coats of paint on everywhere on the bed, and then obviously the glue took a bit to dry for the boxes. And then it was just a case of styling it all out. I really hoped you enjoyed my tour of Penelope's room and it gave you some inspiration, even if it's just that you're looking for some storage or just some quick ideas for kids' bedrooms. I hope that you found this useful. I think for me, when it comes to a kid's bedroom, it's all about the storage. I get asked questions a lot of the time on how I manage to keep the kids' rooms tidy and the house tidy, and the truth is that I don't. It does get really, really messy. There are times when I think, oh my God, this is just chaos, because I do like it to be tidy and clean because I am a bit of a neat freak. But when the kids are playing, I do love them to like make mess and have the toys out, and that doesn't bother me. But when it comes to like night time or when they're not in, like today when Penelope's at school, it's nice that they've got a space where the toys can go. And that is my biggest tip for anyone, is to just have good storage. And that is one reason why I absolutely love Ikea. I love the packs cupboards and I love the Kallax units, my absolute favourite thing in the world, because you can categorise everything, you can contain everything, and it just looks nice and orderly. And like I said, with the boxes for the Kallax unit, if the children want to go and play in another room, they can just pull a box out and go and take it with them. So like if they want to do colouring, she can go and take her colouring box. If she wants to do puzzles, she can go and do a puzzles box. She doesn't just have to stay in one room with it, and then when she's done, she can just whack it all back in the box. It doesn't have to be neat in the box. She just throws it all in the box and she's good to go. And that's why I just think the storage boxes in the Kallax units are just a brilliant, genius way. And the Ikea Kura bed is my absolute favourite thing. I'm so in love with Penelope's bed. I really hope you like it as well. But if you don't like my design, but you're thinking actually I kind of like the idea of how you've got the storage and you've got the higher bed, go on Pinterest or Instagram and have a look at Ikea Kura bed hacks. There are so many different designs you can do with this bed. Or like if you've got a boy and you think, well, obviously this is a really girly house, or if your girl's not into like pink and princessy or house, you know, there's so many different ways you can do it. I actually really love a jungle theme one for Henry when he's a bit older, but for now he would probably topple out of this bed. But all that mattered to me really was that Penelope was happy. She had input, she helped us choose the bed, and it looks really nice and we're really happy with it, and it was quite an expensive way of having a really beautiful room. If you give this a go, make sure you let me know and I will have a look out for any pictures on Instagram, because that gets me really excited if people like take inspiration from what I've done. I really like that. Thank you all for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and I will see you in the next one.